so stick around because I have two funny pieces of information for you. One is that we're receiving reports that ICE is incredibly depressed. Their morale has never been worse. Many of them are quitting because they can't handle the stress and feeling hated all the time. As one of them put it, it was a moral decision to quit. And of course, this comes on the heels of the report that attacks on ICE agents are up over 700%. And while I never condone violence, I'm going to say that that is a positive thing because it shows that people are fighting back against Trump's Gestapo. And yes, I can freely state it that way because when those employees of that agency say, "Don't blame us for the extreme impact of our work," it translates to the Nuremberg line, "I was just following orders." And of course, Fox News and right-wing pundits are framing it as anti-government communists attacking government officials. Which is funny because, when Biden was in office and the FBI was investigating Trump, which had nothing to do with Biden himself, they had no problem when MAGA were out threatening and attacking FBI agents. So ICE is having a bad time and they hate their job. That's good news for us. It means what we're doing is working. So keep up the pressure. This second part is not only batshit crazy, but you know how people, especially in TV shows, like they tell a bad lie and then they have to cover it up by telling another bad lie and then they can't keep track of all of their lies? That's what's going on with this administration. Because for years, the MAGA have been screaming, "Release the Epstein files, release the list, we know it's full of Democrats." Meanwhile, we on the left were like, go ahead, release it. If there are Democrats on that list, prosecute them too. But like a week or so ago, Trump's DOJ is suddenly like, "There's no list, nothing to see here." And every time it's brought up, Dumpy gets really defensive. But now, Tim Burchett, a MAGA congressman, went on TV last night to claim that the reason there's no list, in his opinion, is because the Biden administration destroyed everything. Now, of course, he says this is just my opinion, and he says it on right-wing news so that he can start the conspiracy theory going. This is where they tell MAGA what to believe so they can then barf it up in your comment section. But this doesn't hold water for a number of reasons. One is that if the DOJ under Trump had discovered that the Biden administration had, quote, destroyed everything, they would have said so immediately out of the gate. And this information would be in multiple places at these agencies. It's not like they just go and hit delete on one file on a laptop and suddenly the entire investigation's gone. But also, until Elon and Trump had that little falling out, and Elon said that Trump was on the list, MAGA and Trump were all on the bandwagon that that list did in fact exist. And also, here's the key thing. If the Biden administration had quote-unquote destroyed everything, then how was Pam Bondi already releasing parts of it back in February, shortly after Trump took office? So they say the list exists for years, then they say that Biden's on it when in fact we find that Trump is on it, because whether benign or not, Trump's name did show up many times in the flight logs. Biden, Obama, Hillary, never on those flight logs once, by the way. And then they start declassifying and releasing parts of that list in February, and now months later say, no, that list doesn't exist, because the guy who was proven to not be on that list destroyed all of it, even though we've already shown you some of it. Like, this makes absolutely no sense. Which is probably why the Trump humpers are going to believe it completely. Wasn't it so much better when we didn't realize how stupid half the country was?